All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Indian Wells. And here she is, number one in the world, best player on the planet, Aryna Sabalenka. She's taken on the qualifier. I want to say, qualifier Sakatsume, who beat Alicia Parks in the first round. And she has come through the quali, so she's won a few matches in a row. And she is, but she's got to play the best player on the planet. So that is not going to be easy at all. Well, let's see. First time we're seeing Sabalenka since the Australian Open final. She didn't play in the Middle East. She pulled out of both events. Did not play Dubai. Did not play Doha. And here she is for the first time since that Australian Open final in January. Raducanu might play Anisimova third round. Yeah, if Anisimova wins tonight, we're going to be watching that. You know we're watching that. All right, but Sabalenka will be coming out on court any moment. We've also got Coco Gauff coming up after this. And then tonight we've got Sinner, and we've also got Eala versus Yastremska as well. Raducanu might play Anisimova, exactly. We'll keep an eye on that later tonight. But how are we doing, Chad? How we liking day 3? Not many people there, by the way, in the main stadium yet, but yeah. It is Friday morning. Or Friday, what is it? Friday? By the way, Rockies are up 4-1 at the bottom of the second. Also, it looks like Tien's in a second set tiebreak with Walton. Kaboli's up a break in the third against Kecmanovic. What else is going on? Alexandrova is in big trouble. Also, Towson won the first set 11-9. Boko's up a mini break in the tiebreak in the second against Burrell. Schneider versus Castella's about to start. Raducanu, Zverev, Noskova have all won their first matches within the first 2 hours of the day. So that's where we are. That's where we're at. Sakatsume is 136 in the world. Yeah. Came through the qualies as an unseeded quali too. So, beat a couple of seeded qualifiers along the way. Yeah, Sabalenka did get engaged. Yeah. Do you want a hairbrush in the PO box? No, it's fine. Where's that hat? Where's that guy with the hat? Have you sent it yet? All right. Alexandrova is in big trouble. Yeah. I'm a teacher. School just got out. Friday. Yeah. I mean, Alexandrova is about to lose, and Gibson, being an Aussie, is about to win. Let's go. Let's go. We're just waiting for the players coming out of court. I think maybe they didn't expect the first match to go so quickly, so maybe the players weren't ready. No worries, Dutchie. Cue the trucker hat. That's it. We need BG's back at some point. He will. He'll come for the final, probably. He's got to be back every single time. He's got to be. Like, we can't be Indian Wells without him. It's not Indian Wells without the legend that saved the day 2 years ago. It's supposed to start at 1 p.m. local time as per schedule. Oh, is the schedule say 1 p.m.? Oh, did it? My bad. So, it does say not before 1. Well, we're ahead of schedule. So that's nice. So we got probably about 10 minutes till they actually start. I thought it was like back-to-back, but no, that's not the case. By the way, Shelton Opelka is about to come up as well. Musetti Fucsovics, Schneider Castella. Some doubles is happening today as well. Raducanu playing some doubles later today. Yeah. By the way, a lot of Aussies are playing today. Gibson, Joint, Tomanovic, Burrell, Walton. That is all. But that's a lot. A lot of Aussies at Indian Wells, which is great. Oh, Alexandra Eala lost. Jeez, that's rough. What else? Sakatsume lost to Eala in Philippines Open. Yeah, she did. We did what? Yeah, you're right. We have watched Sakatsume before. Yeah, we watched her play Eala back in Manila. This is going to be a different match than that. But I'll tell you, she lost 6-4, 6-love against Eala. But having played Parks in the first round, at least is a good warm up for Sabalenka. You know, it's a good. You know, you're gonna get that sort of power tonight or today. You're gonna have to play that sort of style of player today. So, yeah. So maybe not the worst preparation coming in to take on one of the biggest hitters in the world, one of the biggest servers too. I mean, maybe the biggest server in the world, and then you take on the world number one, who's got a lot of those same qualities. You know. Yeah, what's up, Isabel? How you doing? Guess the schedule should be out in about 3 hours, hopefully. And Boko just won. Nice. Even though she beat an Aussie, but Gibson won, so we'll take it. Also, Walton trying to avoid losing to Tien, so he's hanging on. Interesting. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Very busy. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a big day today. Tomorrow, by the way, schedule's not out yet. But I can tell you what matches we are probably watching, or at least looking at tomorrow to watch. Pardon me, some of the big names, obviously. Interestingly enough, Hashanov Fonseca is tomorrow, when everybody else on that bottom half of the draw is playing today. So, yeah, Zverev, he just played. Hashanov Fonseca is tomorrow. That's the only bottom half of the draw match I think is happening on the men's side. We've got Alcaraz Dimitrov. Interesting. Love that. Djokovic is playing tomorrow. We'll watch him. Korda Demonor is interesting as well. Both have won titles post Oz Open, so that's interesting. Medvedev Tabilo could also be pretty interesting. Draper plays RBA. That's another one that's a bit interesting. Tough one for Draper. And then on the women's side, we've got Swiatek taking on Day. We've got Raducanu versus Baptiste. Pegula Vekic. That's a fun one. So yeah, on the women's side tomorrow, on the WTA side tomorrow, it's not super interesting. I mean, there's some interesting matches here and there. Rujic versus Zhang is interesting. But it feels like tomorrow the men's side of things definitely has more interesting second round matches, which is so weird because it used to be, not that long ago that, on the ATP it was call me in the quarterfinals because the first week's kind of a bit sleepy, but it's totally flipped. WTA is getting a bit more predictable, so it's like, okay, well, Swiatek versus Mukova or Sakkari in the third round is when it gets interesting, right? But on the men's side, not too many we've got way more interesting second round matches, which is fun. Tien wins. Tien versus Schultz third round, so that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, Hashanov arrived really late. Yeah, that's why they gave him more time. Yeah, fair enough. That's what I guessed. All right, players should be out on court in about 5 minutes. But yeah, so Caboli at 4-3 final set, by the way. So, but who's coming up next? So you got Musetti, Shelton coming up next. Sonmez might be playing soon. Sabalenka, obviously. Palini is coming up soon. So, yeah. Tien won the second. Yep. Yeah, Alexandra. I tell you, Alexandrova's having a tough year. Ooh, I feel like she's losing a lot of matches like a lot of early rounds. Let me check. It feels like she's having a very tough season. Yeah, she's lost 4 matches in a row. Wow. I know she made the Abu Dhabi final, which was the best result she's had. But yeah, she's had a rough year. She's had a very tough year. So she won her first match in Brisbane and then lost 3 matches in a row, including the first round of Australian Open to Sonmez. This is the 4th time she's lost to a qualifier this year. She lost to Christian in Adelaide, Sonmez in Australia, in Melbourne, Balick in the final of Abu Dhabi, and now this. That's rough. So yeah, 4-match losing streak since that Abu Dhabi final. She is having a tough year, and she is on. And now, I mean, yeah, I don't know what she can do on clay, but I don't know if her clay court tennis is as. What was her clay record last year? 13-5. Okay, it's not bad. She can play on clay, I guess. I mean, she lost to Pegula, Ostapenko, Uchiyama, Gauff, and Bondare on clay last year. So maybe clay is not her worst surface, but not her. She's not bad on clay, but yeah, Alexandra was having a rough start to the year. Was not fully fit this year. Her shoulder was taped for a few weeks. Oh, okay. So that's fair enough. So if she's not physically she's been struggling, then fair enough. If it's not a 500, you might as well forget about Alexandrova. Okay. I mean, she's lost some 500 first rounds, though. I mean, it's not like she's, Abu Dhabi, she made the final, but she made the final of Adelaide or Brisbane this year. Boko won, but Burrell put up a really good fight. Yeah, she had some opportunities there. Just too good from Boko. All right. By the way, Chad, I saw a thing on Twitter about Zverev serving. I think it was from Tennis Insights. Let me check. Yeah, Zverev's backhand, 9.2 shot quality on the backhand, which was ridiculous. But yeah, the serving also flawless. I mean, Zverev, that was such a great match by Zverev. Caboli serving aces in a row. What, 4 aces in a row? That's wild. One tennis court ran out of tennis balls. The hell? How'd that happen? Oh, hey. God, Chad, I'm not yet awake. I am not yet up. How do we go? Players coming out on court. Emma played earlier and won. Yeah, she won pretty easily. See, chat, look, I had full faith in her. That's why we didn't watch her. That's why we didn't watch her, because I had full faith that she would win. It was Tien's 50th match win. Hey, nice. Love that for him. Awesome. Love that for Tien. Is Eala Shaw win also today? I mean, nothing's a sure win. I mean, nobody, even Sinner tonight could be it's not a sure win, right? Anything could happen, but she should win. She's beaten Yastremska before. She is the favorite to win tonight, but also like Yastremska shouldn't be dismissed. We know how like she can play some crazy good tennis when she wants to. Like she can hit people off the court. So yeah, I think being a night match probably helps Eala because Yastremska's not going to get those. The power's not going to work as well, or at least it's going to be slower conditions at night usually. So she might not get that benefit if she does start to hit well. But Eala's just going to have to defend, and then then go from there. Crowd's going to be on her side, obviously. It's going to be a packed crowd. It's going to be 99% Eala, right? So, yeah. So your strengths has got to deal with that as well. Here we go. Players are getting driven to the court. All right. I can't wait for that match. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Raducanu and Nissimova third round possible. Yeah, they're good friends too, but they've also played a lot in recent times, which is awesome. It's 2 minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning in Melbourne. Correct. That is correct. All right, here we go. Let's see if the world number one can get off to a good start here. The newly engaged world number one. Is there any chance for Sakatsume to win a set? Unlikely, unless Sabalenka is not playing well. But when does that happen? I can find out a really unique stat because Sakatsume is on the shorter side of things. She's not. I don't think she's as short as Paolini, but she's. She is actually. Maybe she is actually. Hang on. So Sakatsume is 5'2". She's actually tiny. She's way shorter than than Paolini even. All right, so that's interesting. So she might be the shortest player on tour. Is she the shortest player in the world? No, on tour. Shortest player on tour. Definitely not in the world. But is she the shortest player on tour? She might be. So let me tell you a stat about Sabalenka taking on players that are that height, right? So players that are under 5'6". She has 40 wins and 15 losses. Hasn't lost to a player this short since Wimbledon 2023, where she lost to Ons Jabeur, who's around 5'6". So yeah, so she doesn't lose to players that are under 5'6". She's won her last, let me count, 8 in a row against players, and most of those were against Paolini. But yeah, she's won her last 8 in a row against players that are short on the WTA, right? Some of the players that have beaten her, Barty beat her 3 times. So Barty obviously is a bit of an exception to the rule. Sorry, Barty beat her 4 times. But yeah, Barty's a bit of an exception to the rule because, even though she was, vertically challenged, she did, she made up for it with, her serve, her slice, all those amazing things that Barty did and does. She has lost to Paolini a couple of times. Put and Save has got her before. Irani beat her back in 2018. And Jabeur's gotten her a couple of times too. But again, if Sakatsume does win this match, it'll probably be upset of the year, no doubt. But it'll also be the lowest ranked player to beat Sabalenka as a top 50 player. So as Sabalenka as a top 50 player has not lost to someone this short and this low ranked ever. Flipkins is the only player that she's lost to as Sabalenka being a top 50 player. She was 60 in the world, Flipkins, who has been this short player, right? So yeah. So that's, again, the odds probably are stacked in Sabalenka's favor, but this would be upset of the year for all of those factors, plus the factor, the ranking factor, all that. There's a lot more things that go into it too. But the fact that Sabalenka doesn't lose to these players, like players with, by the way, this would be the upset of the year for men and women because Sakatsume is like the biggest underdog of the year. So can she win a set? Very unlikely. Can she win the match? Near impossible. But hey, sometimes the impossible happens. And that's why we watch it. All the players you mentioned are top 5. What? Paolini, Jabeur, Barty? Well, yeah. So they're not, just because they're short doesn't mean they're not good, right? Yeah, 5'2". Could be the shortest player on tour. Sakatsume. I mean, I think she's shorter than the umpire. Yeah. Caboli wins. Nice. Raducanu won. Look, Sabalenka might play a bad match too. That's why I'm saying it's not impossible. It's never impossible. Like, things happen, but God, the height difference is insane. Like, Sabalenka is, she's on the taller side, right? She's not the tallest player on the WTA, but she's on the taller side. But man, it is a contrast in height. The height difference is insane. It's like we're watching Baez taking on Opelka. It's crazy. All right. Let's see if Sakatsume can do something that, by the way, funny, that I say Opelka because he's about to play, but also Parks versus Sakatsume. Parks is, I think, taller than Sabalenka, so Parks versus Sakatsume in the first round, that would have been crazy to watch. Yeah, Parks is one of the taller players on tour. All right, here we go. Let's see what Sabalenka can do, because she hasn't played since Australia. She didn't play in the Middle East. She wasn't ready to get back on court as that soon. So let's see. Let's see if Sabalenka can get off to a good start here. And then we've got Coco Gauff after this, which is going to be very fun as well. Schwartzman Isner? Yeah, well, yeah. Well, that's what I was getting at. Sabalenka's not losing this with the new ring on. Is she wearing the ring as well? That's fun. All right, here we go. Let's see. I mean, look, David versus Goliath, all those, like, everyone, those kind of comparisons are all true in this particular matchup. Oh, man. 12 carats will weigh her down. Yeah, that ring, she's like, I can't serve my hand. Okay. I don't think she is wearing that ring, though. I don't think she's wearing it. Is she? I can't tell. I don't think she's playing with a ring on. I don't think so. By the way, chat, yesterday I went to Costco and the thrift store. Found a bunch of DVDs at the thrift, including JFK, which I've been looking for forever. I only went to Costco because I was hungry. God, their pizza slices are ridiculous. And then I got those cookies. They're pretty good. Like, the pizza slices were like this. I got one of each flavor. There's 3 flavors, and I got one of each. Couldn't eat it all. It's delicious. The cheese pizza, whoa, so good. So good. She is wearing the ring. She showed it to the mascot. Okay, I can't see. All right, her. Oh, chat, because, I'm an idiot. She's wearing a ring on her right hand, right? That's the hand you wear your engagement ring on, right? That's the hand that she plays tennis with. I'm looking at her left hand going, she's not wearing a ring. I fucking don't know. Chat, what would I know? What would I know? My wife's still getting out milk and I can't find her. Man, where is she? I don't know either. She'll be back. Anyways. Sabalenka has a 95% chance of winning. That's a lot. That's a high percentage of winning chance. That's a lot. 95% is high. All right, here we go. Let's see if this is going to be one of the craziest moments of the year. Or if Sabalenka is going to make it to the third round. Sakatsume is going to serve first. Sabalenka is wearing the ring. I just saw it. Thrift store and cheese. Pizza. Yeah. Yeah, I found Independence Day on a VHS as well. I'll get it out. I'll get it in a second. Anyways, Sakatsume hits it backhand wide and it's love 15. I'm going to go Sabalenka straight sets. But I'll tell you what, chat, I'm all for madness. I'm all for chaos. I don't think it's going to happen, but chat, why not watch the upset of the century? Forehand goes down the line for a winner from Sakatsume, and it's 15-0. And I'll tell you, if this is the upset, not only will it be upset of the year, but it could be quite possibly the upset of the decade. I mean, we've got to go back into the histories of the 2020s, but this could be one of the biggest upsets of the 2020s. 30-15, and we're getting ace from Sakatsume. All right. 97-mile-an-hour ace. Remember, Sabalenka hasn't played since the Australian Open final. So there might be a little rust. And Sakatsume serves a fault. Second serve. All signs point to a Sabalenka win, but I tell you, chat, I am for chaos here. Backhand goes into the backhand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka gets an easy winner down the line, 30-all. Upset of the Open era. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not, but maybe. Upset of the millennium? Maybe. I think Serena losing... Didn't Serena lose like a first round at French Open? That might have been up there more. I mean, there's obviously Grand Slam upsets that are more... Would be more than an Indian Wells upset, but it's got to be up there. As we say, 4 points into the match. Sabalenka on the attack. Into the corner, Sakatsume. Sakatsume hits it out. And it's 30-40. Breakpoint Sabalenka to start this match. All right. 30-40. Serving the forehand, Sabalenka. Sakatsume forehand. Goes out. Break for Sabalenka to start the match. 1-love. That is the beginning of the match. All right. Sabalenka. 1-love. I tell you what, the Indian Wells outfit for Sabalenka is good. Is it unique to her? I don't know if like other players are wearing the same outfit as like is she. I think Sabalenka gets her own like style, right? No one else is rocking the Sabalenka outfit, I think. But it looks good. By the way, wind has picked up. It is a little windy out there now. The breeze has picked up. All right, Sabalenka to serve. 1-love. And Sakatsume shanks the return, goes wide, 15-love. All right, 15-love. Serve. And volley from Sabalenka. Nice pickup. All right, 30-love. Good half volley winner by Sabalenka. 30-love. And we have fault second serve. Second serve. Yeah, it is super windy out there. Very windy. The wind is all of a sudden is just gone crazy. 30 love. Serving to the 4 Sakatsume. 4 now from Sabalenka down the line. That's too good. 40 love. $40 love. And Sabalenka holds. But yeah, the wind is gone nuts. Windy and Wells in full effect. Two love Sabalenka. Sakatsume, 15 love. Sabalenka with the second point, 15 all. When was this last time that Sabalenka lost to a top outside the top 10? Player outside the top 10. Maybe Anisimova at Wimbledon? Because I don't think Anisimova was top 10 at Wimbledon, right? 30-15? Maybe. So she lost to Raducanu, Pegula. Raducanu, yeah, Anisimova at Wimbledon was 12 in the world. And then Vondrousova in Berlin was 164. So that was her worst loss. And then she also lost to Penko in Stuttgart, who was 24 in the world. So, yeah. So, Wimbledon. So, it's been a while. 40-15, Sakatsume to get on the board. As the backhand slice goes into the forehand of Sakatsume. Forehand from Sabalenka. Sakatsume goes down the line. Sabalenka backhand slice on the stretch. Sakatsume with the backhand. The forehand Sabalenka. Sakatsume slice lob. And Sabalenka with a volley wide. Sakatsume is on the board. 2-1. 2-1. Sabalenka with the break. Does the win favor the server? I mean, look, sometimes if you're serving with the win, sometimes it can add that little bit of, extra pop on the serve, but it also can disrupt the server because if you have a high ball toss, then the ball toss is going to go all over the place and it could really disrupt your serve. So it's not really about, does it help the server or the returner? It depends on the player. It depends on, some players don't like, maybe the ground strokes, you rather, like if you have hit a chip return, that could be an effective play in this kind of conditions, slicing it and hitting the ball soft so let the wind move the ball around and make it awkward. But it's not really the wind. It depends on, I mean, it's a psychological thing as well, the playing in the wind. Sometimes playing in the wind, it sucks for certain players. It can be a real pain in the ass. Towson wins, nice. All right, back to Sabalenka. 2-1. I also think Tiafoe has lost weight. Okay. Why are you obsessed with people in weight? 2-1. Sabalenka, 15 love. As we return from Sakatsume, but she hits it long. 30 love. Schneider's in trouble. Okay. We'll keep an eye on all of that in a second. Uh, 40 love Sabalenka. Uh, 40 love. Sorry, 40-15. As the return goes out by Sakatsume. And Sabalenka 3-1 has the lead. Shelton's got zero energy out there. Really? That sucks. By the way, Musetti's already down a break. What the hell? Sonmez is down a break against Kalinskaya. Castella's serving the first set against Schneider. But Castella's on she's had a great season so far, so keep an eye on that. Result. All right. Sabalenka shanks that out. 15 love. That goes in there by Sakatsume. 15 all. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. It looks like Anisimova is only top 10 player with no points to defend this week. Yeah. I'm not sure who... Have a look. 15-30. So yeah, Nisimova must have lost first round last year. So Sabalenka had the final from last year. Andreeva won the title last year. Svitolina and Swiatek both have points to defend. I think maybe semi-final points, right? Maybe. Oh, sorry, quarterfinal points for Svitolina. Keys has semi-final points. Bencic and Zhang have quarterfinal points. Samsonova as well. As Sakatsume survives 30-40. Still break point for Sabalenka for a double break. Did Anisimova not play last year? No. She must not have played. Or I just can't see her in the draw. from last year. No, I don't think she played. So yeah, that's awesome for Anisimova. All right, good second serve from Sakatsume, and we get to deuce. Yeah, Pegula, Gauff, Raducanu, Paolini all have fourth round results to defend, which is about 100 points. Yeah. All right. Sabalenka gets a forehand. Winner. Cross-court passing shot winner. She lost to Bencic second round. I am blind. What? Like, where? She lost to Bencic second round. Oh, she was seeded. Okay, she was seeded. Okay, I'm looking at the first round going, oh, she's not in the first round because she wasn't playing first round. Yeah, she lost to Bencic, who was a wild card. She lost to Bencic in the set. You're right. In the second round, she was the 17th seed. So if you lose first round, you get you get 10 points or something. My bad. Yeah, I thought she was unseeded. I was looking at looking at the first round. Be like, yeah, she's not in the first round. Yeah, because she got a bye in the first round. Anyways, double fault Sakatsume. And it's advantage Sabalenka for the double break. You will be get live with Eala's singles matches. Yeah, she's gonna be. She's playing in like 4 or 5 hours. 5 hours. Is it a 4-0 from Sakatsume? That's a winner. She goes back to deuce. Yeah, we're watching Eala. She's playing later. Should be like the last match of the day, pretty much. Yeah. She'll probably be the final match of the day. As the return goes out by Sabalenka, advantage Sakatsume. To just stay close enough. No. Sakatsume with a smash, puts it away. And it's 3-2 Sabalenka with a break. But Sakatsume holds after a bit of a marathon, saves break points, keeps it close. So Fucsovic is up 3-1 against Musetti. Kalinskai's up 4-1 against Sonmez. And Castillo won the first set against Schneider. Greetings from inside Stadium 1. Hey! Enjoy that. Who's on Stadium 1 right now? All right, 3-2 Sabalenka. Okay. Three-two. Sabalenka with a break. This is Stadium 1. Oh! Yeah, it is. 3 was... You know why? I got confused. Because usually the courts are like center court and then court 1, right? So usually court 1 means court 2, right? So when you say stadium 1, I'm thinking, you mean the second court, because this is center court, right? You can see how I would get easily confused. Well, great. Enjoy. You get Coco Gauff next as well, so that's going to be really fun. All right. Love 15. Sakatsume wins the first point. Yeah, I didn't get enough sleep, clearly, today. Just unforced errors all over the place. 15. Just one. Don't worry. Once I eat after this match, I'll have some food, and then I'll come back, and I'll be good. We'll be good. I'll be ready. I'll be sharp. I'm just a little rusty at the moment. 15. Great serve, Sabalenka down. Let's see. 30-15. Don't worry. I'll just get some food in me after this match, and then don't worry. I'll be locked in. 30-15. All right, 30-15. First has a fault, second serve. Sabalenka serves a let on the second serve. As the return goes in the back of Sabalenka. Down the line is a winner by Sabalenka. Beautiful shot. 40-15. Sabalenka serves again. Into the backhand of Sakatsume. Forehand from Sabalenka. Sakatsume backhand pass. Volley Sabalenka. Sakatsume slice lob. And then a tweeter from Sabalenka. But Sakatsume puts away the volley. And Sabalenka throws the racket into the air. Good attempt at the tweener, though. That was a good attempt. But Sakatsume was at the net ready. Good attempt on the tweener. I think she misread it a little bit because the wind was blowing it around. But Sakatsume was ready. You're not going to fool her. 40-30. First serve is a fault. Second serve, Sabalenka. Serving to the backhand of Sakatsume. Backhand of Sabalenka. Sakatsume slice. Sabalenka forehand cross court. Beautiful shot. Sakatsume puts up a lob. But it goes long. 4-2 Sabalenka. She keeps the break. Four two. So yeah, we've got Coco Gauff after this. Then we've got Sinner. We've got Eala later. I don't know what else there is. What else there is? I mean, there's a lot of tennis on today. I mean, Osaka's playing later as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what else is... Monfils FAA is coming up later, which is cool. Anisimova is playing tonight. Palini is playing pretty soon. So yeah, busy day. All right, Sakatsume serves the backhand Sabalenka off the tape. Into the forehand of Sakatsume as we had a forehand from Sabalenka. Hits the baseline. And it's 15-all. Beautiful shot from Sabalenka. All right, 15-all. And with a fault second serve. Second serve. And the backhand Sabalenka. She went inside out, but missed it. 30-15. As return goes the forehand of Sakatsume. Forehand from Sabalenka, and Sakatsume came to the net and puts away the volley. 40-15. And Sakatsume serves again. So just keep close. She serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the front of Sakatsume. Forehand for Sabalenka. Down the line goes long, and Sakatsume holds again. Sabalenka's got the break 4-3, but this is being competitive. After an first initial, felt like it was going to, Sabalenka was going to start running away, but Sakatsume's done well to hold serve the last couple of games. Keep it close. All right. Okay. Shelton Opelka waiting for a tie break. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Alexandra Eala is knocked out first round again. What's happened to her? Yeah. Apparently well, I don't know. I didn't see her if she had a shoulder strapped, but apparently she's had, somebody in the chat mentioned a shoulder issue for the year, so maybe she's just been dealing with that. Also, I mean, that, but also if you're losing, like you're on a losing streak, that also doesn't help, right? That, those things, roll on. But yeah, she's having a tough year. Lost to a bunch of qualies this year. But again, if she has, if she's got a shoulder problem, you got to give her a little bit of a break, right? Give her a little bit of slack because for that. But I can't confirm that because I didn't see her match, so I don't know if she had that issue. But yeah, it's been a tough year for her for sure. All right, 4-3 Sabalenka. She has the break. Sabalenka hits that out, love 15. Serving to the back in the Sakatsume. Forehand for Sabalenka. Sakatsume gets it on the stretch. And, it goes in the net. 15-all. $15-all. Sakatsume misses the return. 30-15. Seems like Navarro has really dropped off too. She needs a boost as well. Yeah, she's had a tough 12 months as well. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka, she puts that away. 40-15. Just too strong from Sabalenka. $40-15. As the return goes the forehand of Sabalenka, she hits a drop shot, but Sakatsume is there. She hits it straight to Sabalenka, who just deflects it down the line. And it's 5-3. Sabalenka keeps the break. Sabalenka. Sakatsume serves to say in this set. And Sabalenka gets a return out. 15-love. All right, 15-love. As the return goes into the forehand of Sakatsume. That's a good shot. Sabalenka slices it back. And Sakatsume forehand. Sabalenka pass. Sakatsume volleys. A cross-court winner. Beautiful volley. 30-love. Can we put results from other games in the chat that you're not showing? Yeah. Don't do it like a play-by-play. Because then you'll just be spamming. It's annoying. But yeah, if somebody wins a set, people do that all the time. Yeah, you want to keep up to date. Yeah, people do that all the time. Nothing wrong with putting a score in the chat from another match. Like if it's a tiebreak Opelka Shelton, yeah, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Just don't put scores of this match if you're from the future. Sakatsume to keep close, but she hits the backhand in the net. And it's 40-15. Musetti broke back. There you go. All right, Sabalenka gets that out. She's going to have to serve for the set. Okay. Shelton and Opelka in a tiebreak. There you go. Shelton and Opelka having an ace off. How many aces are they actually hitting, though? Because that's the match that, will tell us the court speed. How many aces are actually happening? Oh, Opelka 10-4 for Shelton. Okay. Opelka's lost 1 point on his first serve. Ridiculous. It's a ridiculous serve. Opelka just serving bombs down the tee. That's what's getting it done. 9.3 shot quality on the Opelka serve. Luckily, Shelton's got a serve that can hold his own, but man, Opelka serving massive. Anyways, Sabalenka serving to take the first set. That's what happens when you're 8 foot tall. True. Wouldn't expect anything less. Good serve, Sabalenka, 15 love. They're saying Shelton's not feeling well in the Shelton, the announcers in the Shelton match. Oh, really? Yeah. Somebody said that earlier that he looks like he's laboring and he might have the flu or something. So yeah, that sucks if he's not 100%. It's probably good that he's playing Opelka though, because it means that you won't have to play long rallies. But hopefully it's not serious, because if he does get through Opelka, he's gonna have to play. Who's he going to play? He's going to have to play Tien, and that's going to be physical. So, yeah, Tien's not going to be as you're going to play longer rallies for sure against Tien. 15-0. Sabalenka backhand cross court. Sakatsume goes down the line into the forehand of Sabalenka. Sakatsume to the slice of Sabalenka. Sakatsume hits a drop shot, but it's in the net. Not a bad idea. Sabalenka probably gets there, but. Good mix-up, good idea. 30-15, just missed it though. So we're starting to get a couple of third-round players into the third round. No matchups yet. Only third-round match we've got confirmed is Gibson versus Towson. Winner of this will play the winner of Joint and Christian, who are playing later. No third rounds confirmed for the men yet, but we'll keep you updated throughout the entire day, because we're going to be here pretty much the entire day. Actually, through the whole day. All right, 30-15, Sabalenka with a forehand inside out. That's a great shot. Slice goes in from Sakatsume. Then backhand down the line, Sabalenka. Sakatsume gets it back. Sabalenka drop shot. Sakatsume gets it with a slice. Sabalenka volleys a winner down the line. What a rally. Great shot by Sabalenka. 40-15. Smart play. All right, 40-15. Set points. Sabalenka to take the first set. Good serve down the tee. And the return goes in the net. There's the first set. Sabalenka 6-4. Closer than I think a lot of us thought would happen too. That was actually a good fighting effort from Sakatsume, but Sabalenka got that early break and just held. All right, 6-4 Sabalenka first set. Okay. Now what's going on? What else is going on? So we've got Shelton and Opelka in a tiebreak. Callan Sky won the first set against Sonmez. That first set, by the way, 11 winners, 10 errors from Sabalenka. 9 winners, 14 errors from Sakatsume. No break points against Sabalenka. Against Sabalenka's serve. And that was the set. All right. All right, how we doing, chat? Who said he's back on serve against Vucevic, and Opelka won the first set. Shelton's not running for anything? That's not good. There's no score on the board. I see nothing. What do you mean? The second set hasn't started. Hey, Trisha, thanks for coming back as a member. Appreciate that. All right, both players are going to the bathroom. And then we'll kick off the second set. Cool. Shelton looks like he has a stomach thing. He looks green, and he's good, but he's good at the comeback. Yeah, well, hopefully he's all right. Any update on Jovic and Eala doubles? That'll be on tomorrow. I noticed that the tennis ball has disappeared next to my name, so I had to renew my membership, but not sure it was because of my bank's merger. I don't know, but you can. Yeah, I mean, the ball's this. It like just rolls back on, so you don't lose. You don't have to start from scratch from membership consistency. Impressed with the level of play by the qualifier against Sabalenka. Yeah, I mean, Sakatsume was great in that first set. That was a solid first set. Oh, apparently Zverev said that it's the courts are playing a bit quicker the past couple of years, but it's still slower side of the surface. All right, so even though it's playing quicker than usual, it's still slow than other courts. So yeah, Indian Wells isn't fast all of a sudden. Have you watched Band of Brothers? Yeah. I watched the whole thing. It's great. I loved it. All right, Sakatsume 30 love. Yeah, I watched. I watched the whole thing. It's awesome. 30 love. As the return goes out by Sabalenka, 40 love. Thoughts on Eala getting the night session in Indian Wells? Yeah, I think it's justified. Makes perfect sense that she would be playing the night sesh for sure. And more importantly, she's playing on a court that allows ground passes to watch, so you don't have to buy an expensive ticket to watch her if you're a fan. So that stadium is going to be packed. The match before that, which I think is Jovic, that's going to be packed. So yeah, it's going to be really, really good. Like that's going to be a great court. Stadium 3 is going to be a fun time. Also, before that match, you've got Osorio versus Jovic. Osorio brings in the South Americans. From the Colombians are coming in to watch that, and also the Americans for Jovic, and then you've got Eala. It's a great one too. That's a great combination of matches starting at night. So it's not a technical night session, but it's the night matches because they start at 7 p.m. So yeah, that's such a good scheduling from the tournament, to be honest. And smart to put on Eala second, like they did in Dubai, so that people come to the first match, watch that to stay for Eala. But then that first match is pretty good too. I mean, Jovic versus Osorio is a great match too. I mean, Osorio's had some moments, and Jovic has had a great year. So that's especially for a ground pass ticket, that is a great. That would be a great court to hang out at for the night session or the night matches. Anyway, Sakatsume in the net, 15-0. So yeah, good work, Indian Wells. All right, serve again from Sabalenka. All right, as that goes out by Sabalenka, 15-30. Little chance for Sakatsume to maybe get a break point here. Happy birthday, Cam. Thanks. You're about 2 weeks late, but thank you. 15-30. As the return goes in the net by Sakatsume. Good serve. Good serve. $30. As the return goes out by Sakatsume, and it's 40-30. And then an ace from Sabalenka. And it's 1-1 in the second. Opelka won the set with a performance rating of a 5.7. That's not true. Where are you reading that? That's not right. That's not correct. That's got to be a typo. There's no way he was a 5.7. He was a 7.5. That's a typo. He was a 7.6. First set. There's no way. That's got to be a typo. Yeah, like, that's not correct. I'm looking at it here. It's a 7.59. Love 15, Sabalenka, good return. That had to be a typo. As Sabalenka hits in the net, 15-0. All right, forehand goes wide by Sakatsume. Just wide. And it's 30-15. Oof, that was close. 15-30, sorry. 15-30. As we had a let from Sakatsume. God, chat, I tell you what, I'm getting sick of these yawning. I'm getting sick of it, chat. I'm not happy with it. 15-30. As we return now from Sabalenka into the forehand of Sakatsume, and then Sabalenka tries to go down the line for a winner, but misses. On the forehand, it's 30-0. Yeah, apparently Shelton's not feeling well, so that's why he's not moving well. He's apparently sick. What do I think of the French newcomer, Moy? I can't pronounce his name. I'm so sorry. I have heard of him, yes, and I haven't watched him yet, but yeah. What do I think about him? I have no idea. I have no thoughts. But I have heard of him, yes. So that's fun. France having another young player to look forward to. All right, 30-40, breakpoint Sabalenka. Serve in the back of Sabalenka. Back in now from Sakatsume. And Sabalenka hits it in the net. Deuce. There's only one birthday, the first one. I was going to say you must be fun at parties, but you probably don't go to them. as we get a fault, second serve. Serving the forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand now from Sakatsume to the backhand of Sabalenka. Sakatsume backhand crossed into the backhand of Sabalenka. They're going backhand to backhand. Now Sakatsume goes down the line with a backhand, but it's long. Just missed. And Sabalenka's got another break point. Impressive to see lower-ranked players doing well against top-ranked players. Yeah. Serving to the backhand, Sabalenka. Slice goes in. Sakatsume comes to the net. Sabalenka pass. Too good. Sabalenka breaks. 2-1. He reached the quarterfinal of a French challenger. Lost today. He's 190 centimeters, 16 years old. That's crazy. Wait, did he turn 17 today? Oh, okay. Has a sick returner serve. So he's a giant teenager with a crazy return. All right. Well, we're going to watch him at some stage this year, I'm sure. We'll watch him at some stage. I'm sure during Roland Garros he's going to get a wild card or play that. So I'm sure we're going to see him somewhere in the future. We'll try and make an effort to watch him if he does get into a slam or into a 1000. But yeah, that's crazy. A 190 centimeter teenager with a hell of a return, and he's not even stopped. He might be 210 by the time he's done, right? That's crazy. Yeah, France are getting some players. Puricard, Feast. They've already got, players like Humbert and I mean, Manarino's still going, right? But France haven't had. I mean, Gasquet was their last. Songer, Gasquet, Monfils, right? Those were and Simon. Like those were the guys that were like super. Like they were the French. Like they haven't had a group of players like that for a while. It was kind of a bit of a drought for the last maybe 10 years. I'm not saying those players weren't good during those 10 years, but really haven't had, that many good, slam contenders, right? But now they're starting to get a bunch of young kids coming through, a bunch of good young players. France is they're on the rise. Even on the women's side, they don't have that many players on the women's side either. 15 love. So yeah. All right, nice serving Sabalenka, 30 love. Vucevic breaks for the set 7-5. Oh no, Musetti, what's going on? What's he doing? What is he doing? Also, Tomanovic is up 4-2, first set. All right, 40 love Sabalenka. Love. And then an ace, 3-1. By the way, we got Coco after this. Coco Gauff's coming up next. And then the night match, we've got Jannik Sinner. And then we've got Alex Eala. All right, 3-1. Sabalenka to serve. Sakatsume misses. Love 15. First serve was a fault. No, it was in. Sabalenka missed it. All right, 15-all. Schneider is playing Castella, who's been very good. Yeah. Castella has been in great form all year. Sakatsume hits another good serve, 30-15. Serve again from Sakatsume. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Sakatsume forehand of the forehand of Sabalenka. Into the backhand of Sakatsume. Sabalenka backhand of the forehand of Sakatsume as Sabalenka slices it down the line. And the backhand Sakatsume goes back down the line but wide. That's 30-all. Sonmez is getting treatment on her leg. That's not good. All right, 30-all. There's a backhand slice, Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Sakatsume. Sabalenka goes down the line but wide, and it's 40-30. Feast Prismic is going to start soon. Yeah, that could be a banger. Prismic is he hasn't done much lately, but that's a couple of young guns against each other too, right? Prismic is like 20. Good shot, Sabalenka. Deuce. All right, we get to deuce as Sakatsume serves. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand from Sakatsume to the backhand of Sabalenka. Sakatsume slice. And Sabalenka forehand cross court. Sakatsume gets it back, but Sabalenka volleys it. Sakatsume is going to get there with a backhand slice lob. Oh, it goes in. Sabalenka pass, but Sakatsume volleys it away. Great rally. Great hustle by Sakatsume. And she gets to advantage. That was great running. I thought Sabalenka's volley was good enough. It even had a bit of side spin that like kind of curved away. But Sakatsume is super quick. Super, super fast. The coaches loved it too. Sabalenka hits a return winner. And we get to deuce. Sakatsume hits a good serve down the tee. Sabalenka's return goes long. Advantage Sakatsume. And 1 hour played. Sabalenka falling down the line. Hits the baseline and we get back to deuce. I feel like something that doesn't get mentioned much about Sabalenka's game is how precise she is. Like, she hits the ball with great precision. You know, we talk about her power. We talk about, you know, how she's good on both backhand and forehand. She can volley, but she is also very accurate. Sabalenka hits a return winner, and it's advantage Sabalenka. To get the double break in the second. As the return goes into the forehand of Sakatsume, in comes Sabalenka backhand. Winner down the line. There's the double break, 4-1. There's a loud posse of Romanian fans waving scarves in the Castella with Serrano written on them. That's probably the same people that were there for Christian the other night when she played Chen. They had scarves as well, yeah. All right. Sabalenka with a double break. 4-1. In the second. These early matches usually deliver better than the later rounds sometimes. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes. Sometimes. By the way, it's funny that Opelka and Shelton have had no break points against each other's serves. All right, Sabalenka 4-1, double break, second set. All right, 15 love. Sakatsume forehand to the forehand of Sabalenka. Sakatsume forehand again. Into the backhand off the line by Sakatsume. Sabalenka couldn't get the backhand. She kind of waited and just watched it go past. That was a great shot by Sakatsume. All right. All right, Sabalenka, great serve, 30-15. I can hear your dog snoring. Yeah, she is. She is chilling. All right, 30-15. Sakatsume returns the back into Sabalenka. And Sabalenka just smokes the backhand cross court. 40-15. By the way, Chad, who's playing footy today? DJ, who's playing footy? Oh, Hawthorn. Ew. Anyways. 5-1. Gross. Hawthorn versus the Giants. And then Collingwood. So Essendon play Friday night against Hawthorn. Damn it. We got to play them. On Friday night. Oh, come on now. Can I go to that match, chat, please? What am I going to miss out on? Oh, no. Hang on. Actually, maybe. Chat, could I go to the football, please? Could I please go to the football? When do the women's semi-finals start? Where's Jean? Jean knows this. Where's Jean? Is Jean in the chat? When does the women's semi-final start on Friday? Because if they start late and I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m., I might actually go to the footy. I am a member of the Essendon Football Club, after all. I did become a member this year, which seems silly because they're probably the worst team in years. But I also, that's when you got to jump on at the worst time, right? I'm not a bandwagoner. When my team are playing their worst, I'm supporting them financially. They need my support. 15 love. Yeah, I just got to find out because I don't want to wake up at 3 in the morning if I have to, and then go to the footy until midnight. That doesn't make sense. I might actually go to the footy. All right, 30 love. As we get a fault from Sakatsume, second serve. I have a feeling that the Indian Wells women's semis are like they're night matches, aren't they? Or am I just wishful thinking? I think they're both night matches. Maybe. Sakatsume holds. And it is Sabalenka serving for the match. We've got Coco Gauff after this. So what was last year? So last year we had Keys and Swiatek. Okay, when did Swiatek's match start? $9:30 in the morning. Wait a second. Chat, I might be able to leave my house. What? Oh, wait, hang on. No, Easter's not this weekend, is it? Don't worry. Easter's in like 4 weeks. Fucsovic is up a set and a break against Musetti. Oof. Quietly hoping for a successful season by the Crows this year. They should be good, right? They're pretty good, aren't they? So women's semi-final day is on Friday, the 13th. Ooh, I'm going to go to the... Oh, no. Wait, I'm going to go see my team play on Friday the 13th? That sounds bad. If we lose by 100 points, I'm going to cry. No, Friday the 13th is a lucky day. So it means they're going to win. They're going to win. I just need to know when the women's semis start. I'm pretty sure they start mid-afternoon, right? They start like this time, I think. Whatever the time is now. All right, 15-0. Sabalenka with a good serve. 30-15. 2 points away. Sakatsume has put on a good fight, though. Definitely more competitive than maybe we initially thought. But Sabalenka is the best for a reason, right? Coco Gauff coming up after this. 30-15. Serve in the back of the Sakatsume. Sakatsume hits it out. 40-15. Match point. for Aryna Sabalenka. Are you going to watch Demon versus Korda? No. No, definitely not. No chance. Nope, definitely. That sounds like a nightmare. Match point Sabalenka. Nope, I don't want to watch that. No, thank you. 4-15. Serve to the forehand Sakatsume. Return goes into the forehand Sabalenka. Sakatsume, forehand on the line. Goes long. Sabalenka wins. Not easy. Straightforward in the end. The scoreline is, shows that it was straightforward, but Sakatsume puts on a very good fight. And it puts up a very good fight. Made Sabalenka earn that. Sabalenka gets it done. But that was she had to go for that one. Semi-final start at 4 p.m. Thank you, Hadar. So wait, 4 p.m. Indian Wells to Melbourne. What's that at? What are we looking at? 4 p.m. What time is it? Pacific time, right? It starts at 11 a.m. my time? That can't be right. That's too late. That can't be right. All right, Sakatsume walks off, but she's had a good tournament as a quali coming up and got to be proud of her efforts against Sabalenka. Where are we at? I don't know, what's next week? So 10 a.m. my time. Okay. That's even better. So 4 p.m. That makes sense. Yeah, 4 p.m. It was last year. It was, yeah, okay. So I might actually go outside on Friday night. Let's go. Party! Castella wins. Nice. She keeps rolling in her final season. She is finishing with a bang. All right, chat. Jump on over here. We're going to be watching Coco Gauff taking on Rakhimova. God, that is a massive ring. That's crazy. But Sabalenka wins 6-4, 6-2. Served well. Didn't face a break point in the entire match. And she is into the third round. She'll take on the winner of Joint and Christian, who are playing later. But coming up next, Coco Gauff. See you soon.